Hi guys, and welcome along to my YouTube channel, Old School Gunner. How are you all getting on out there? I hope you're good. I hope you're keeping well. I'm good. Anyway, I hope you can all hear me out there. I hope it's coming through. Let me just check here. Just a second, guys. Okay, let me just check. Just to the person watching there, just actually let me know if you can hear the sound, because I had a sound problem there and I couldn't hear my intro. So just let me know if you don't mind, if you can actually hear me. I appreciate it. All right, let's see what's going on. Can I actually be heard? All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah. All right, good. Just checking there, guys. Sorry about that. I had a sound problem there, and I was just checking actually, could I be heard? All right, let's get straight into it. Thanks, Dre. No problem. I'm just gonna put that up there. I'm just gonna, no worries, stream it later for me. I understand, man. Easy. You know what I mean? Man, gotta work, gotta make money. Come on, you gooners. Thanks for dropping in for a while anyway. And take it easy. Watch the stream later. I'm going to have all the channels that showed up now, and I'm going to give this man a mention too, guys. So let's crack on straight into it. I would like to thank everybody that has supported my channel since I started it 3 years ago. Thank you for all your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I really appreciate it. Just going to put this up from Dre there. Anybody who knows me, I'll be back to YouTube in 2 weeks as I'm buying a laptop and we'll continue streams. So there you have it, guys. If you don't know this man, his channel is Drawn by Dre. All right. Like he said, he's going to be back in 2 weeks, back doing streams. He does a possession-based podcast like every week when he was doing it regularly. And I'm sure he's going to come back and do that again. He does it once a week with a friend of his. I have guested on it a couple of times. He has guested on my channel. So do yourselves a favor, guys. Check out his channel, Drawn by Dre. Smash the like for the man. Smash the subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notifications, guys, so you get notified every time he uploads. Because soon he's going to be back in the game and he's going to be back on form. A good YouTuber, a true Arsenal fan. He's attended a lot of the protests against Kroenke to get Stan Kroenke out. So big up the man and give him a bit of support. Take it easy, Dre, and enjoy the rest of your day, man. Peace. All right, I'm going to crack on into it, guys. This is where it's at. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for all your support since I started my channel 3 years ago. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to talk a little bit about Chig. Of course, the Arsenal YouTuber, friend of League Gunner that passed away. What can you say about it, guys? You know what I mean? It's food for thought. It would make you think about things and realize what's really important in life. Life is short. If you have something you want to do, if you have something you want to try, any aim you have, no matter how difficult, you should go for it. Full steam ahead and don't look back. Simple as that. Because look at a man now, you know, life can change very quickly. He did a live stream, 7 hours later, the poor guy had passed away. There is a GoFundMe page for anybody that wants to help him, help his sister. Check it out on League Owner's channel, guys, because he has all the information. I'm just going to pass that on. Yeah, it is what it is. Rest in paradise, Chig, man. All right, guys. Yeah, c'est la vie, huh? All right. Yeah, tough times, man, tough times. All right. Like I said, thank you to everybody. I'm just going to pick up a few other YouTube channels, guys that I know. We have a WhatsApp group together, and they're active YouTubers, so I'm just going to give them a big up. Of course, I'm going to start with my man, Dre. I just gave him a big up there. Let me put that message back up again. Check out this guy's channel, guys. He does a possession-based podcast once a week. As you can see, guys, in 2 weeks' time, he's going to be up live streaming again. Check out his channel. Smash the subscribe for him. And like I said, don't forget to turn on the notifications. Alright, that's the first guy. Next, I'm going to big up Arsenal Alex. He's been on my channel. I've been on his. We've done a few collabs. Check out his channel, Arsenal Alex. Check him out on Instagram, Arsenal Alex and the number 1. He's regularly uploading. He has a good channel. It's quality uploads. He knows his football. This man has seen Arsenal win the league 5 times, believe it or not. So he's been around the block, guys. He's supported a team for a long, long time. I've supported him since 1993. I'm sure Alex has supported longer than that. If he's seen 5 league wins, that's the way it is. So check out his channel, Arsenal Alex, and check him out on Instagram, Arsenal Alex1. Subscribe to the man. Don't forget to turn on the notifications that you get notified every time he does an upload, because he is regularly uploading very good quality content. And that's the honest to God truth of it. Next man I'm going to talk about, well, a group of guys. He's actually just after jumping in. I was just going to give him a mention with this man here that you see on the screen, Stapes. I'm doing well, Stapes. I'm doing good. No technical problems today, unfortunately. Luckily, the sound of my intro didn't work for some reason, but this is working away fine. So not many technical problems today. Check out their channel, guys. It's the 3 Pointers TV. Subscribe to them. It's Stapes and 2 of his friends. They do regular content, quality uploads. They do a lot of good watch-alongs. The last watch-along, the game against Brighton, was very, very entertaining. They made it entertaining. The game itself, as you know, say no more about it. But the watch-along, I watched a good bit of it. It was very, very entertaining. So check out their channel. It's very good. I think they've been going on for 6 months, but they're well on their way. So do the guys a favour. I'm doing well anyway, Stapes. I'm doing well. And I'm going to talk about Warren and Warren's Team Talk. That's another channel you have to check out, guys. Do yourselves a favour. He does his Groundhopper series. This man has been supporting, Warren has been supporting Arsenal since 1972. Now think about that. That's just a little bit after the last time Spurs last won the league. Well, about 10 years. So, yeah. Oh, man. Every chance I get, I put the boot into Spurs. I need to stop doing that, really, to be honest. Anyway, listen, check out Warren. Check out his channel, Warren's Team Talk. He does his Groundhopper series. All of the grounds he's visited, he tells about what happened there, experiences. Like I said, he's been supporting Arsenal since 1972. This man knows his football, and he knows what he's talking about. So check out his channel. All right, guys, I'm just going to drive on into it without any further ado. Big up the Stapes, big up the Drawn by Dre. All right, I'm going to start off, of course, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Meneno. He's been really out of form at Arsenal recently because, of course, of the form of the one, the only, our first choice goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale has been in inspired form for Arsenal. Incredible. 4 games, 3 clean sheets. I mean, it took Meneno 20 games to get those 3 clean sheets. Of course, it's fair to say Ramsdale is benefiting from a better defence. The defence is more solid. That is helping the cause, but he's head and shoulders as a goalkeeper of Meneno, in my opinion. The bad thing for Meneno, of course, is it's the internationals. And he's gone down the pecking order at Arsenal. It looks like he's gone down the pecking order at Germany, playing for the German national side. Yeah, it's tough luck on him, it is what it is, but these things happen. Unfortunately for Meneno, these things happen. It is what it is, guys. I'm going to talk now a little bit about, of course, our Brazilian striker, our young player, Gabrielle Martinelli. He has been completely disenchanted, unsettled, and he feels unfairly treated by Mikel Arteta. It's all over the press, guys. Check it out. Check out Arsenal News. Yeah, you'll see it all there. Arteta is looking at another striker, believe it or not. Before the season, Gabrielle Martinelli went, of course, to the Olympics with Brazil in Japan, and they won the gold medal. He came back then in time to start pre-season. Things were looking good. He thought he was going to be a regular. To be honest, I thought he was going to get a lot of game time. He's a player I have a lot of faith in. He's played in a couple of difficult games for us, like the very first game that we played against Brentford, and he looked out of sorts. But who won it against the team they had? They mauled us. I mean, and he's a young player, maybe lacking a little bit of experience and sharpness when it came to a tough game like that. He didn't hold the ball up too well. Even just hold the ball up. If you can't turn, if you can't get free, just blast it back into the midfield. It was a tough game. I don't think Arteta thought much of that. His performance wasn't good. I'm not going to lie. He's become very unhappy in Arsenal now because Mikel Arteta's not playing him. Now it looks like we're going for another player, a striker for Valencia, a Portuguese international, Gonçalo Guedes. I hope I pronounced that right. He's a Portuguese striker. He is valued at 22.5 million, and Arsenal are currently looking at him. So what does that say for Gabrielle? I mean, he hasn't really been given a chance this season, and he should be, because look at the performance of Aubameyang in the last game. Look at Lacazette when he came on. Two of them didn't get a kick. I'm going to talk about Lacazette later because there's also rumours about him. But it's very unfair not to be playing Martinelli, in my opinion, and not to be giving him further game time. Anytime he was called on in the last couple of seasons, he's done something for the team. And that's the truth of it. Remember the goal he got against Chelsea? He saved us. He saved Arteta. An incredible goal. He ran the whole length of the field and smashed it in. I mean, he's got ability. He's got talent. He can do it against the big teams. Say no more about it, guys. All right. So, of course, Lacazette. I said I'm going to talk about him now. He's been at the club since 2017. He's scored 67 goals. Yeah, I've done a bit of groundwork on this now, guys. 67 goals in 174 appearances for the club. He's been with the club since 2017, yeah? So that's 4 years. Now, that's not bad record, but we paid 47 million for him. Now it looks like there's going to be replacements brought in. We're going to be looking at different players. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be difficult. I mean, they're talking about Ollie Watkins at Aston Villa, who is a tremendous, tremendous player. We're actually playing them soon. First, we have Crystal Palace. We're home at the Emirates for the next 2 games, guys. Now there's an international break for 2 weeks, but our next 2 games are at home in the Premier League. First, we have Crystal Palace, of course, managed by former player and Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira. After that, we have Aston Villa. Like I said, both games are at the Emirates. Ollie Watkins, for me, I couldn't see us signing him, but we're being linked to him. It looks like they're going to be showing Lacazette the door in the January transfer window, along maybe with Meneno. But you have to look at this. They're also talking about Calvin Lewin. He is a fantastic, fantastic player. He outscored Ollie Watkins last season. He hit 21 goals in the season. And Calvin Lewin, he of course plays for Everton FC. 2 fantastic, fantastic players. It doesn't surprise me that Mikel Arteta is looking at a striker. Stapes, the 3-pointers, myself, Arsenal, Alex, we've been saying it till we're blue in the face. We need a DM and we need a striker. Simple as that. Maybe also a CAM. But a striker, badly needed. 7 games played in the Premier League, guys. 5 goals. Now let that sink in. 7 games played, yeah? 7. We've only got 5 goals. A real lack of goals in the team. I mean, we were lucky last time out against Brighton. Maybe if we had scraped a goal, maybe if we had pushed for one, we could have done something. But it is what it is. We were struggling. What are you going to say about it, guys? Let me know what you think about it. I can see there's a good few people watching now. Welcome along to the show. Comment in the comment section below, guys. Join the live feed. Let me know what you think about it. About the whole Gabrielle Martinelli situation, the way he's being treated, the way he's not getting game time, when we're struggling in the forwards. You know what I mean? I know he's not Thierry Henry. I know he's not Nicolas Anelka, but we can use him. He's a good player. He's young and he's strong. He's always at training. He's got a good attitude. He turns up and he's positive. We should play this guy. Simple as that. I like Martinelli. I have a lot of time for him. I mean, like I said, he's not Thierry Henry and he's not Nicolas Anelka, but the guy has got certain qualities we can use. We don't have anything better right now. I don't care what anyone says. You're telling me that Aubameyang is better than him right now? Lacazette? They're not scoring. Not scoring. Simple as that. Yeah, but the next 2 games, I'm just going to talk about them a little bit. Of course, it's an international break. I'm going to talk about what happened at the start of the season up until this point, and then the 2 Premier League games. We started off, of course, losing to Brentford. Then we lost to Chelsea. Then we lost to City. 3 losses in a row. Then we won 3 games in a row. Now we got a draw against Brighton. All right. I think we're 10th in the league now. Or 11th. We've got 10 points. We've scored, like I said earlier, 5 goals in the league in 7 games. The start to the season was an absolute disaster. I mean, 3 losses in a row. That puts us in the position now where we actually have to win the next 2 home games. We have Crystal Palace and we have Aston Villa. Those games are going to be tricky. For me, Vieira is a better coach than Arteta, even up to this point, and he hasn't been there that long. He got a lot of good experience in coaching at New York City FC. He's beyond Arteta as a manager, in my opinion. Okay, they have a team, Palace. They have a good team. That is going to be a tough game for us, a very hard game. Which way is it going to go? Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. I see, like I said, there's a lot of people watching, silent watchers, as I call them. Knock a few comments in there for me, guys. Let me know what you think. Next game is against Crystal Palace. We have got a boost. I've seen that Bukayo Saka is now with the international squad. He's getting ready for their international game. But we got a boost with our front two pairing of Ben White and Gabrielle, because the two of them have not been picked for international duty, and that is a positive thing for us. They can continue training with the squad and they can build up to the next Premier League games, and that's what we need. The second of those games, to be honest, the first game I don't know which way it's going to go. That's a tough one to call against Palace. See, there's a lot of people watching. Let me know what you think about that. It's going to be a hard game. There's no doubt about it. The team is not scoring enough goals. We came off the back of that Spurs win, and people were like on the crest of a wave. And I understand that. I was too. But I still was Arteta out, and I still saw the problems in the team. It was an exhilarating win because we've had a very tough start to the season. But we're back to reality now. Back to reality. The performance against Brighton, they completely dominated us. After the 15-minute period, they took over. As soon as they got a couple of chances, they mauled us. Because of the defence, because of Ramsdale, and because of a big slice of luck, we got away with a point. Last season, we would have crumbled with the defence we had. We would have crumbled. We would have fell apart. This season, they just about held firm with respects to Gabrielle, respects to Ben White. Tomiyasu in that game had a nightmare. Bukayo Saka tried. He tried hard to get into the game. Aubameyang didn't get a kick. The press from Brighton, they were all over us. I know I'm going to say that now, but we didn't perform well. It wasn't a good performance from the team. It's as simple as that. If we do that against Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, against Villa, Ollie Watkins is going to have a field day. Trust me, guys. He's going to unsettle our defence completely. He's a real handful. He's quick. He's strong. He's dynamic. The guy is a monster. He's an animal. His fitness level, his strength level. He's going to have Ben White and Gabrielle for breakfast, guys. He'll have them on toast. Trust me. He's got serious ability. He causes problems at Liverpool, at United. He causes problems for all the top back fours. Chelsea struggle. This guy is a menace. I mean, you have to watch him all the time. You can't take your eyes off him for a second. That's why Mikel Arteta is looking to sign him as a replacement for Lacazette, I suppose, because he knows what time it is. But I'm going to tell you what time it is. It's time to bulk up the ideas and get the defence sorted out, because when we play against them, we're not scoring enough goals. Simple as that. If we're not scoring enough goals, we're going to find ourselves in difficulty, because they will net at the Emirates, I believe. Both teams are going to score. Palace have been free scoring. They're flying going forward. Patrick Vieira has them well on top of their form. They're doing all right. They're going well. It's going to be two difficult home games for the team, I'm telling you. I think we can win them. I think the Palace game is winnable anyway. If we get a win in that, then let's go on to the Villa game with the same attitude. The one thing that we need to do this season is qualify for Europe. We need to get back into Europe. Is it possible to get into the top four even? Paul Merson thinks we are top four contenders. I honestly can't see that. I don't know what he's talking about. And with all due respects to him, he's a former Arsenal player, a player I liked. He had his problems off the field, of course, but he's a player I liked. I have respect for. He has his problems in life like anybody else. But to say that he thinks we're top four contenders, now let's think about it for a minute. We have United. We have Liverpool. We have Chelsea. We have Manchester City. We have Tottenham Hotspur. We have Leicester City. We have Everton. Brighton are up there. Top four. I mean, we're not scoring goals. 5 goals in 7 games so far. Morrison thinks we're going to hit top four. I like to think positive too. I'm a realist though. It's back to reality for us, guys. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. We can't say it's not going to be that easy. I mean, those 2 next games, It's going to be tough. I would stick with the 4-2-3-1, exactly with that formation. Of course, Granit Xhaka is missing for 3 months because of that knee ligament injury he picked up in the Tottenham Hotspur game. Very, very unfortunate. But I'm going to be honest, I don't rate Granit Xhaka at all. And I'm delighted he's not playing. With respects to him, I don't wish injury on any player. I wish him all the best, and I hope he gets fit soon and he gets well soon. But he, for me, surplus the requirements. Why they gave him a new contract, it's completely beyond me. I couldn't tell you why they would do something like that. But look, guys, it's going to be very tough. We need to qualify for Europe again. We need to get back into those positions. It's not going to be easy for us. There's a lot of good teams in there. We're seriously lacking firepower. I know I keep going on and on and on about it, but the firepower, the goal scoring in the team, not looking good for us, guys. We have to see the way that works out. Those 2 games are must-win games. We need to take 6 points out of 6. We need to win the game against Palace and against Villa. Let's set up shop for the Palace game and win that game. After that, the confidence will be a bit high. Let's try to win the next game. But like I said, I would go for 4-2-3-1. I would play it exactly the same. Would I start Aubameyang? Jeez, I don't know. I mean, Lacazette hasn't started the game all season. I mean, why not play him up there? I would play Gabrielle Martinelli, as crazy as that sounds. With the team we have, with the midfield, the defence, I mean to say, I think he can do something. Ramsdale is a great goalkeeper for the quick delivery of the ball, guys. He releases the ball very quick. He plays these long siding passes from left to right, from right to left. If he spots a run of Gabrielle through the midfield, he can lay the ball on it for him. I mean, that's the kind of way we're looking now. The team is dynamic. The team is moving. It's not always going through the midfield. Ramsdale is cracking a few long balls up there. Diagonal passes right into the feet of the player as he's on the run, into his path. But massive, massive games ahead, guys. I mean, huge games ahead. I see there's a lot of people watching now, but there's silent watchers again. But let me know what you think, guys. Comment on it, and let me know what you think in the next 2 games. What do you think the scores are going to be? Like I said, we need to kind of bounce off the Palace game. Once we get a win there, get the confidence up, let's look at Villa. But the Villa game is going to be a very tough game. I said, Ollie Watkins, he always does well against us, and he's a real handful. I rate this player very highly. Top quality. We're going to have to be on our guard against him. But like I said, we've had this positive news of the 2 central defenders aren't going away on international duty. No chance of them picking up injuries there. Hopefully they won't at Arsenal training, touch wood. The way the team is looking, the way I would start against Palace, like I said, I would stick with the 4-2-3-1. I'm sure Mikel Arteta is going to go with that. He shouldn't look at the Birmingham or the Brighton game, that terrible performance where we were lucky to get a point last time out. He shouldn't look at that away match against Brighton and change the formation. The formation and the team selection, it works for me. Martin Odegaard, I'm expecting more from him in that game. He had an absolute nightmare. The same as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 2 of them for me, and Tomiyasu, they were the 3 worst players. Tomiyasu, Odegaard, and Aubameyang. They contributed absolutely nothing. 0. Whether Tomiyasu, in fairness to him, he hasn't been at the club long, whether he was actually fully realising the challenge that Brighton were going to pose, I don't know. But I'm sure as soon as the game started after 15 minutes, he started to realise the task ahead, because he got really overran there and exposed. Against Spurs, he was dynamic. He was everywhere. But Brighton, in fairness, are a better team than Spurs at the moment. If they played Spurs, I'm sure they would beat them. The only thing that Brighton have, guys, that isn't in their favour is they're not finishing. They had a lot of chances. They had 22 chances against us, and they couldn't finish. Their finishing is not the best. Even Basuma wasn't playing, thank God, because he would have completely overrun us. We would have been destroyed if he'd been playing. He wasn't playing, so that's a good thing for us. Otherwise, it would have been a lot worse. Seriously. The start of the season has dictated everything, guys. Those 3 defeats in a row. People are on a crazy high after the Spurs game, and I can understand that. I mean, we had 3 wins in a row then. We were flying high. The Brighton game has brought us back down to earth. But let's take the positives from the game against Spurs. I mean, we have Smith Rowe, we have Bukayo Saka, we have Thomas Partey. It looks like Sambi Lokonga is going to partner Thomas Partey in our midfield now, because, of course, of that injury to Granit Xhaka. He's going to be missing for 3 months. He did his knee ligaments against Spurs, freak accident. He got caught with the boot of another player directly onto the knee. Damaged his ligaments. I've done that before, yeah. I had damaged my ligaments. Man, it's a serious thing. Like, I was out for like 3 months at least. And the pain was absolutely excruciating. I never felt pain like it. Mind-blowing pain. Mind-blowing. So, I wish Granit Xhaka the best of recovery there. Like I said, he's not my favourite player, guys. I'm happy that Sambi Lokonga is playing. Sambi Lokonga is the player I wanted in the team all along, not Granit Xhaka. The only thing is with him and Partey, they were completely overrun against Brighton, completely exposed. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. So we need a DM, and the two of them, they're like central midfielders, attacking midfielders, if you will. We need a DM. We need a player that's actually going to stay there, stay back, and defend. That's how I see things. It's like that. I'm just going to take a little bit of water there, guys. Sorry about this. I'm in Venezuela, and it's heating up here now. It's heating up big time. I have a fan, but I don't have it turned on because there's a lot of noise coming off it. It's October here, guys. But trust me, it's at least 25 degrees. I look at me. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see. What else am I going to talk about now? I made a couple of notes. Just bear with me for a second, guys. Yeah, the whole Alexander Lacazette situation. It looks like he could leave the club. It looks like he could be surplus to requirements. Arsenal are looking at least 3 different strikers. To be honest, Ollie Watkins, I don't think we have a chance of getting him. Calvin Lewin, I don't think we have a chance of getting him, which is unfortunate because they have Premier League experience, and that's what we need. They have bags of Premier League experience and bags of talent. Calvin Lewin scored 21 goals last season. He was banging in the goals. Top form. They're also looking at a Valencia player, a Portuguese international, Gonçalo Guedes, if I pronounce that right. He's a top player, 22.5 million for this guy. So Lacazette is having food for thought at the moment. He cost us 47 million back in the day, in 2017. 67 goals in 174 appearances in 4 years. It's not a bad return. I'm not expecting him to break the Arsenal goal scoring record. But many times he's come on as sub, he hasn't had any impact at all. No impact whatsoever. In fairness to him, Arteta should have taken Aubameyang off sooner against Brighton, and he should have stuck Lacazette on much sooner than he did. But Lacazette, like many players, he couldn't get into the game. And the press from Brighton, I know people are saying the press. I saw Lee Gunner's channel. He was saying you can't make excuses with the press. I agree with that. But Brighton's press, they were aggressive and positive aggression. No fouling. They just pushed us back. We couldn't beat them. We couldn't get past that midfield press. They had us. Aubameyang didn't get a kick. I mean, he couldn't do much on his own, I suppose, in fairness to him. But it's like that. He couldn't get a kick at the ball. All right, let me just look at some other news stories happening, guys. And I'll be with you. Just flashing the phone here. Just a second, guys. Bear with me. Stop me from going on a rant there for the next half an hour because I plan to stay on till at least the hour mark and get some watch time, some watch hours in. All right. Anyone that hasn't already, guys, I never put up my banner. Oh, man. Let me put it up there now. All right, there we go. All right. Anyone that hasn't, guys, do me a favor. Smash the like in this video. Smash the subscribe to my channel, Old School Gunner. Make sure you turn on the notifications because I'm uploading a lot of quality content at the moment. I'm doing a lot of live streams like this. So click the notification bell, guys, that you get notified every time I come online. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody once again has supported me since I started my channel 3 years ago. I'm pushing now for monetization. That should be the aim of every YouTuber when they come on, when they start the channel. To be honest, the money, it's inconsequential to me. It doesn't mean anything. I have money. I'm going to have a full-time job. Easy. You know what I mean? But I want to push for monetization. That is my aim. It's a goal of mine. I want my channel to be a success. It's as simple as that. That's why I'm here. That's what motivates me. So get out there and support the OSG. Like I said, smash the like in this video. Subscribe to my channel, Old School Gunner. And click on that notifications, guys, that you get notified when I upload. That's the important thing. And I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that has supported me since I started my channel 3 years ago. Big up yourselves. All right, guys. Let's get into this. Let's go for the Arsenal news again and see what's going on at the club. It's an international break at the moment. A bit of a lull. Probably coming at a good time for us after that performance against Brighton because The performance, to be honest, was shocking. We came back down to work with a bang. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk a little bit about Ornana now. Of course, we've been linked with him, getting that player. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, to be honest. But let me just crack on with this and we'll see what's going on. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching. I see all the views there. It's nice to have you. Welcome along, guys. Feel free to comment in the box if you want, guys. Let me know what's going on, how you're feeling about things. Thank you to Dre for tuning in. If you haven't already, guys, check out his channel, Drawn by Dre. Like and subscribe to the guy. Also, the 3 Pointers TV, check out their channel. Also, Warren's Team Talk. Check out his channel and his Groundhopper series, Warren's Team Talk. He's supported Arsenal Football Club since 1972. Another channel to check out is Arsenal Alex. Very good channel, very good quality, very good uploads. So do yourselves a favour. Also, check our Arsenal Alex out on Instagram. It's Arsenal Alex and the number 1. So do yourselves a favour with that, guys. Simple as. Alright, let me see what's going on with the football. Arsenal news and transfer live. Alright, guys, we're going to get into it. The Gunners are going into the international break in considerably better shape than they were during last month's World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, I agree with that. It says Mikel Arteta's team have won 4 out of the last 5 games in all competitions, conceding just once in the process. And we've made the additions, of course, of Aaron Ramsdale, Ben White, and Takehiro Tomiyasu. They have kind of helped the defensive frailties. There's no doubt about that. People are linking us with Raheem Sterling in Manchester City, saying that we're going to give them 4 players for Raheem Sterling and cash. I mean to say, lads, if you believe that, no, yeah, you know what I mean. I look out the window there now, I might see a couple of pigs flying. There's no way, man. There's no way Raheem Sterling is going to come to a club without Champions League football that's even struggling. You know what I mean? And we're struggling to score goals. Fanciful. I mean, of course, North London club, we're being linked with a lot of new signings. We do need a striker. The January transfer window is less than 3 months away. Let's not forget that. There's a lot of rumours building up about who we're going to bring in. But with all that being said, guys, I'm going to bring you some of the latest rumours, the views, and the news from the Emirates Stadium. It looks like we're going to lose out to Spurs on a major transfer target. It looks like they're going to sign a player from Cagliari, the midfielder, Nahitan Hernandez. That is unfortunate. We have been linked to him. It looks like they're going to secure the signature of the midfielder in the January transfer window. Spurs, I don't know what it is about them, but they have a lot of pulling power. They seem to get a lot of... Yeah. There was a friendly match. The team was involved in a friendly game today, and we beat the championship team, Queen's Park Rangers, 3-2 in a behind closed doors friendly game. The goal scorers have not been said. To be honest, I'm surprised we scored 3 goals because we've had a real problem with scoring goals. Apart from the 3-1 win over Spurs, guys, fair dues to them, 3-0 up at half time, not bad. But apart from that, we've really struggled. 5 goals in 7 Premier League games. Now, there's a reason why we are where we are. We're not scoring enough goals. Yeah, the performance against Spurs was exhilarating. It gave us all a lift. But now let's come back to reality. 5 goals in 7 games. Say no more about it. The win over QPR, the friendly win over the championship side, QPR, Queen's Park Rangers, Lacazette featured, Martinelli featured, and Ashley Maitland-Niles featured. Alright. Serge Aurier, he's after leaving Spurs, guys. We have been linked with him. He made a statement to Arsenal. You know, he plays for the Ivory Coast in international football. He has absolutely denied, he has refuted the news, completely false, that there was any prospect of him ever signing on the dotted line, ever penning a deal with Arsenal FC. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest, because that takes me back to this whole Granit Xhaka ridiculous situation. All this hype and all this baloney and all this crap talk, I'm going to keep the video clean, all this absolute crap, insulting our intelligence, insulting the Arsenal fans' intelligence. Granit Xhaka was going to AS Roma. He was in talks with, you know, what's his name? That clown at Roma. Jose Mourinho, yeah? The voyeur, the dreamer. So he was in talks with that dreamer, 2 clowns together, him and Xhaka. Gazzetta dello Sport said 5 weeks before that Roma had actually said it was dead in the water. There was nothing happening. But Arsenal persisted with it. Oh, well, we're trying to offload Granit Xhaka. Then, oh, well, a club didn't come in for him. Next minute, they're giving him a new contract, giving him a new 4-year deal. You know what I mean? Giving him the captaincy. They never wanted to sell him in the first place. So why insult our intelligence? The same with Aurier. Why lie to us, like? Why did they do that? It doesn't make any sense to me. He said he'd never seen him at himself. Aurier said he never would see himself at another club in England, if not with Spurs. And he didn't see himself joining the enemy. You know what I mean? There was no chance he would join Arsenal being a Spurs player. I mean, it is what it is, guys. He said he would never have joined Arsenal. So I don't know why they were persistent with that story. Another player Arsenal were going for, Andre Ornana. He has been linked with a summer move to Arsenal. Now it looks like he will be going to Barcelona. He's been linked with Barcelona. He's a Cameroon international. He was linked with a move to the Emirates. There could have been a switch to Inter, but now Barcelona are contenders. And this is coming out of Mundo Deportivo. So check that out, guys. That's the source on that. A German team is coming in, a very big team. A couple of German teams are eyeing up an Arsenal player. Of course, it's Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, and Red Bull Leipzig. They're all reportedly interested in making a move for Arsenal target Karim Adeyemi. He's a 19-year-old forward. He's been linked to the Emirates Stadium in the past, but now we face competition from these 3 German teams. The source for that, guys, is Sport 11. A lot of people ask me about my sources for these stories. That's the source, guys. All right. He's playing for Red Bull Salzburg in the Austrian league right now. So that's it. There has been a message, guys, from Arsenal and England international Bukayo Saka. He's taken an Instagram to express his excitement at joining up with the England squad again. And that's good for him because he had a tough time in the summer, guys. Tough time in the final against Italy with that penalty miss. You know, himself, Rashford and Sancho, and the abuse that they faced afterwards, the online abuse, the racism, absolutely disgraceful. All right, so big up Bukayo Saka. He's a picture of himself there, guys. Happy at the England training ground. Things going well for the man. So big up yourself, Saka. All right, like the way I showed the picture there. That's why I do things on the Old School Gunner channel. That's why I rock. Thank you to everybody for tuning in there. I see there's a lot of people online watching. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Respect. All right. Let me see. Arsenal legend Ian Wright has come out and is talking about Calvin Lewin and everything, that the club might be signing the player. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's been linked with a move to Arsenal. Ian Wright is talking about it. Let me check out that story, guys, and see what Wrighty has to say about this. Of course, Ian Wright being a striker himself, he knows a good goal scorer when he sees one. Calvert-Lewin scored 21 goals for Everton last season, more than Ollie Watkins. Linked with a move to Arsenal. Just loading up the full story there now, guys. Just bear with me, it's coming through. But yeah, a player like him, it's going to be difficult for us to sign him, to be honest. I couldn't imagine Everton actually releasing him. But who knows? Stranger things have happened. We're also being linked to Ollie Watkins at Aston Villa. We're playing them soon in the Premier League. Yeah? He's rated at 40.5 million, Calvert-Lewin, believe it or not, guys. But he told Edu, Ian Wright has reportedly told Edu he needs to sign this player to complete the dream lineup. He would definitely make a difference. Definitely make a difference to our squad, to our team, without a doubt. I wouldn't say no more about it. But yeah, let's see. We've been linked, of course. Okay, here it is, guys. We need to sign a new striker in the next year or so, especially as Eddie Nketiah and Alexander Lacazette are into the final year of their contracts at the Emirates. Telling you guys, Lacazette is going to be let go in the January transfer window without a doubt. It's as simple as that. That's how I see it. Neither of them appearing to sign a new deal with the club in the coming months at this present stage. Yeah, what can you say about that? A number of strikers have reportedly been on Arsenal's wish list. The likes of Lautaro Martinez, obviously that's a no-brainer right now. Dusan Vlahovic and Alexander Isak. It's reports though now that Mikel Arteta and Edu are looking at Everton player Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins, of course, is known to be an Arsenal fan, and hopefully they can bring him to North London in the near future. I think that's going to be very tough to get a player like him, to be honest. I find it hard he would leave Villa to come to Arsenal right now. The way things are at the club. I mean, the two of those players have shown their quality in the Premier League for Everton and Aston Villa, respectively. Yeah, they have. And they are actually replacements for Harry Kane in the England setup. These guys are the replacements for him if he's not playing. Calvin Lewin, and of course Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins is a serious player, incredible player. Yeah. 28 million for Ollie Watkins, they're saying, but they're going to pay more for Calvin Lewin. He's a serious player, in fairness. He's a serious player. All right, what else does Arteta says he wouldn't mind taking both the players if he could, both the strikers. They are expensive in the market, yeah. They are expensive in the market, but you have to pay for quality guys. Of course, the club is trying to rebuild now, but we do need to strengthen the forwards. 5 goals in 7 Premier League games. It doesn't cut the mustard, guys. It's not going to win you any games. It's not going to do much. 5 goals in 7 games is not much, guys. You know what I mean? People talking that Alexis Sanchez might come back to the club over my dead body. For one thing, he's a traitor, and for another thing, he's crap right now. So why would we take him back? You know what I mean? He's like an Inter Milan, Man United reject, no? Why would we take him back? Especially when he sold the club down the river. You know what I mean? Say no more about it. All right. We get back into it, guys, and talk about another few sports stories. News stories coming in regarding Austin FC. See what's going on here. It's getting kind of hot here. I think I should drink some more water. But yeah, see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, just a second, guys. Let me crack on. But yeah, let me know anyway, guys, as I wait on that. What do you think of the season so far? Arsenal season. And do you think we're going to get back in the top 4? Do you think we're going to qualify for European football? I mean, I can see it being very, very difficult for a team to get back into the top 4. Sorry about that, guys. Excuse me. I'm over here in Venezuela. It's absolutely roasting right now. You know what I mean? Between 12 and 3 is the danger zone. It's now 1:45. That's when it gets really hot. And we were, of course, linked with another target, Noah Lang. Now it looks like AC Milan are coming in for him, guys. So we've been dealt with a bit of a blow in that situation. Like Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy, I've said AC Milan are coming in for the player. Meant to be a target at Arsenal, but yeah. He's playing in Belgium as far as I know with FC Bruges. AC Milan come in for him, he's going to go to AC Milan in my opinion. There it is. Ramsdale and Saka, like I said, have turned up with the England squad. They're getting ready for the international games. They have 2 World Cup qualifiers, Andorra and Hungary. So the 2 of them are among the arrivals. Ben White has given an interview. Let me check out. Sorry, guys. Let me check out the latest injury news. Granit Xhaka, like I said, he's going to be missing. The Arsenal midfielder, he's going to be missing for 3 months at least after hurting the ligament against in that fantastic. But it's in my opinion. I don't want him to play for Arsenal again anyway, to be honest. I don't get to play it. So that's it in my opinion. Reportedly, it has a future with Arsenal, even one more. Yeah, I would take him, to be honest. I think he's good enough to play for the club. Arsenal's old goalkeeper, who's now Villa, the king of the mind games. If you saw the way he treated Cristiano Ronaldo recently at Old Trafford, the king of the mind games, Emi Martinez, has been telling Arsenal why they should be Ollie Watkins, why they should try to sign him. Of course, Emi Martinez, we sold him for I think 20 million sterling to Villa, so he knows all about Ollie Watkins. Yeah, of course we should sign Ollie Watkins. He's an incredible player, and Emi Martinez is bang on at what he's saying. Watkins is a fantastic player, top quality. All right, guys. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has claimed that Arsenal starlet William Saliba still has a future in North London, still has a future playing for Arsenal Football Club. It says that they're following his performances for Marseille and they're happy with him. They think he's improved. Arsenal reportedly told him a couple of weeks ago that they are counting on Saliba 100%. He's one for the future of Arsenal Football Club. So they're counting on him. He's playing in Europe right now. He's getting that experience. He's doing well. He's a big, strong fella. I mean, he can play. Definitely bring him in. Talking about us targeting the two England strikers that were identified England strikers, Ollie Watkins and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, as possible replacements for Alexander Lacazette. These two players are head and shoulders above Alexander Lacazette. I mean, 5 goals in 7 games is not just Lacazette, but we're not scoring goals. And that is a really pathetic return. For 7 games, guys, 5 goals. That tells you all you need to know about Arsenal's problems, guys. Paul Murson's saying we're going to get back into the top 4. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for the team to get back into the top 4, to be honest. That kind of performance, those kind of performances, that goal ratio, man, it's less than a goal a game. You know what I mean? 5 and 7. Say no more about it. In the Carabao Cup, we hit 6 against a small team, but I mean, come on. In the Premier League, we're not doing the business. Supposedly, Stan Kroenke is going to be backing Mikel Arteta in the transfer market to challenge and eventually replace Aubameyang. Eventually replace, they should be replacing him ASAP, straight away. See, that's where the guys come in. Lewin and Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins is an absolute goal machine. Italian team Fiorentina of the Serie A have announced that Arsenal target Dusan Vlahovic has turned down a new contract at the Serie A club. So maybe we can get him, guys. Maybe he can come in. Fiorentina president Rocco Commisso said, as you know, Fiorentina made a very significant offer to the player, Vlahovic. Our proposal would have made him the highest paid player in the history of the club, even more than Batigol. Different times, of course, he's nowhere near the player that Batistuta is. But anyway, he's been linked with both Arsenal and Tottenham. He said they improved their offer on a number of occasions in order to complete requests and his entourage, but despite the efforts, those offers have not been accepted. So it looks like he's going to be moving away from them, moving away from Fiorentina. Maybe he's going to come to Arsenal, guys. To be honest, I see that I don't think it's going to be easy because the way things are looking, the way the team is, it's hard to see that happening, guys. It's hard to see him coming to Arsenal, especially when he has many different options. I'm sure the player wants European football. I'm sure he wants European football, So it's hard to see him coming to Arsenal, especially when simple as that. I'm sure he wants European football. So say no more about it. It's going to be a difficult one, It is what it is. But anyway, hope you like the stream so far, and I thank everybody for tuning in, guys. I see there's a lot of people watching right now, so that's good. Thank you once again all for tuning in and for your continued support since I started my channel, Old School Gunner, 3 years ago. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, and your subscribes. For anybody that hasn't subscribed yet, smash the subscribe, guys. Click on the notifications that you get notified every time I upload because I'm creating a lot of content right now. And yeah, it is what it is, guys. Say no more about it. But definitely, it's been a crazy, crazy start to the season for Arsenal, and we should have had everything sorted out before the start of the season with transfers, with this and that. It took a while for a lot of players to settle. Now it looks like they have settled in, but it definitely took a lot of time for a lot of players to settle into the team. It wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. It took time. We lost the first 3 games. We won the next 3, and now we had a very disappointing game against Brighton. Scraped the draw. Somehow we got away with a point. On another day, we could have been beaten 5-0. If they had a cutting edge and a good forward, they could have beaten us 5-0 easily, without a doubt. So that's how I see things. It's like that, guys. Let's look ahead again to our next 2 Premier League games. Of course, now is the international break. Luckily, like I said, our 2 central defenders, Gabrielle and Ben White, have not been picked for international duty. So they're going to be staying in London, and they're going to have that time to train with the team. We also, of course, aren't in Europe this season. So there's no excuses. There's no such thing as fatigue or tiredness or any of that crap. Mikel can't fall back on that, guys, as an excuse. For me, I would think we should replace Mikel Arteta as manager ASAP. Former player, he's lacking a lot of managerial experience. I think it's unfair, like I said before, if you've seen any of my live streams, guys, any of my podcasts, I think it's unfair on all the players at the club. The players that we have with top quality, like Saka, Neil Smith Rowe, good quality players at the club. Talking about Granit Xhaka or Pepe, of course. When I say good quality players, I mean on these than he ever could. I mean, I'm not expecting us to win the league every season. Only one team can win the league, and the competition at the moment is not very fierce. But with the team we have, we should be doing better. And a better manager, like Antonio Conte, for example, I know it's not going to happen, guys, but this is an example. If a manager like Antonio Conte came in, we could definitely do better than we're doing at the moment. I mean, like I said, it's unfair on the players we have to let their talent go to waste on a manager like Mikel Arteta. And that is pretty insulting, no? I know that, guys, but that is the honest to God truth. That's my opinion. We need a better manager that can take the team to the next level. It's as simple as that. We're never going to do anything with Mikel Arteta. Maybe once in a blue moon we might get another FA Cup, but we're getting further and further away from winning the league every season. I mean, now it's been 17 years since we last were champions. And that's not Mikel Arteta's fault, of course. But right here, right now, we're further away than we ever have been. We're never going to win the league with him. We're never going to get anything like that. It's completely impossible. I can never see that happening. So there you have it, guys. I mean, I'm Arteta out 110%, and I respect everybody's opinion. You know? Anyone that knows me, that knows the old school gunner, just check out my channel. I respect everybody's opinion. But Arteta, man, as long as he's at the top, there will be problems. It's as simple as that. And like I said, with the young players we have at our disposal, with the talented players, we should be getting much more out of the club than we are. Much more. It's disappointing. I mean, I'm talking about this minute, and we show Edu the door. Now we can build, and we can do something this season, and we can be looking good for next season. The longer Arteta stays in power, stays as manager, the longer it's going to take us to come out of this. You see what I mean? And the careers of these young players, these good players we have at the club, it's going by the wayside. All the quality they have, I mean, in my opinion, Pat is a better coach than Mikel Arteta, and I've seen many times until I'm blue in the face. Anybody that's watching my live streams, why on earth didn't we offer Patrick Vieira the Arsenal manager role? Who cares Arteta? Who cares if it hurt his feelings? I don't mean to be cruel. Vieira job. He came to London and he's taken over a Premier team in London. Well, he came to the Premier League and he wanted to manage a team in London. And of course, he got the Crystal Palace job with his resume. Why not? And he is an Arsenal legend. Mikel Arteta is not an Arsenal legend. He's an Everton player. He's an Everton region. So why did he give a job to Mikel Arteta? He's a complete yes man, of course. He's a puppet, of course. Like Maduro over here in Venezuela, he's a puppet. You know what I mean? But why on earth did we give the job to Mikel Arteta? Now look at the trouble we're in. Last November, there was many protests. A lot of our fans, Arsenal Alex, for example, he turned up at the protest. They tried to force Kroenke out. They tried to get Arteta out. Now look at the position we're in this season. The longer he's manager, the worse it's going to get. I am 110% Mikel Arteta out of the club. I respect everybody's opinion. Like I said, there's a lot of people watching now. Comment and let me know what you think about that, guys, and who you think is a good replacement. To be honest, why didn't we give the job to Patrick Vieira? He wanted to come to London. He wanted to manage a Premier League club. I still hold out hope that one day he will come and manage the club. I think maybe next season, if the season doesn't go to plan for Mikel Arteta, which to be honest, I don't think it is, I can't see him getting us back into Europe. Without a doubt. Guys, we need to get back into Europe this season. We could have attracted some bigger name players, the respects of the players we bought. We could have got the likes of Manuel Locatelli, maybe Lautaro Martinez. But these guys want to be playing European football. When we're not involved in Europe, we can't attract the bigger names. We need to get back into Europe this season. I don't think Mikel Arteta has a hope in hell of getting us back into Europe, and I'll be honest about that. I think we're going to languish where we are. 10th place, I'd say. Maybe 8th place. That's going to be our top this season. We're not going to get back in, guys, scoring 5 goals in 7 Premier League games. We're not banging in the goals. You know what I mean? It has a knock-on effect, guys. Didn't qualify for Europe. Can't attract the big-name players. And now you see the position we're in. I mean, at the start of the season, we were down in the relegation zone. It doesn't get much worse than that. You know what I mean? We were down in the relegation zone. So let me know what you think about that, guys, and where you think we're going to finish this season. And do you think we're going to qualify and get back into the top 4 and qualify for European football? Top 4, of course, is Champions League. Top 6 will do us to get back into the Europa League, but we need some kind of success. We need European football this season. It's as simple as that. I can't stress that enough. I mean, if we don't get that, not much to say about it, really, is there? I mean, we need to get back in there. We need it, 110%. So it is what it is. Yeah. Say no more about it. All right, guys. Yeah. What a season it's been so far, yeah. A lot of the things that happened at the club, we should have had that done and dusted, organised a long, long time ago. But typical Mikel Arteta, typical, they leave everything until the last moment. I don't know you watching any of the other Arsenal YouTubers out there, but you should definitely check out their channels. It's very interesting what they're saying. And I look at their channels because I try to learn every time when I'm doing my own uploads. But you have to put things into perspective. With the manager we have, it doesn't matter even if we had Cristiano Ronaldo playing for us, guys, or Lionel Messi, or Robert Lewandowski. With the manager we have, there's nothing doing. It's as simple as that. That's all there is about it, in my opinion. Just wait a second there, guys. I got a message from a YouTuber. I'm just going to hit him up. But yeah, just reply to us all with that, guys. But like I said, with the squad we have, with the manager we have, we should be doing a lot better than we are. It's as simple as that. Say no more about it, you know. It's been really a tough start to the season for us. It's the same every season. We're playing catch up. I mean, we spent more money this season on transfers, £150 million sterling. That's more than any team in any of the top 5 leagues in Europe. And still, the position we find ourselves in, I mean, Chelsea bought one player, Lukaku. You know what I mean? Okay, he's all they needed. Let's face it, they had a much better squad than us last season. They won the Champions League. They could have arguably won the league. This year, they might win the Champions League and the league. Who's to say? But they're a top team. And we just got left in the doldrums. We just didn't do anything at all, of any note whatsoever. So that's all there was about it. Mikel Arteta, honestly, I mean to say, what that man is doing, I don't honestly know. I mean, he's never going to take us on to the next level. He's never going to push us forward. All the people, guys, came out of the little hiding place after we beat Spurs 3-1, and all this talk about how great the performance was. And it was a good performance. And in the first half, we really put them to the pin of their collars, guys. We really got on top of them. But after that, the performance against Brighton, it's like they lulled us into a false sense of security. We savaged Spurs, but they were seriously lacking confidence. And I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal's performance. We went out and we did what we had to do, and we blew them away in the first half. But I mean to say, the game after that, we were struggling big time, and we were lucky not to lose. People were completely overhyping the team after the Spurs win. All of a sudden, we were heading for the top 4. People were talking about that because of one game. You know what I mean? We only got 3 points in the match. It's one game. Back down to earth with a bang after that. The game against Brighton. I don't know, guys. And now let's look ahead to those 2 games. Like I said, the next 2 Premier League games. At the moment, of course, is an international break. So there's no Premier League this weekend. We're not involved in Europe either. So there can't be any excuse put out when we come up in the next league game. There can't be any excuses. I mean, we can't be making excuses about what happened. Arteta won't have a leg to stand on. He can't say this and he can't say that. He can't look to injuries and he can't look to fatigue because we're not involved in Europe. Our two top defenders, Gabrielle and Ben White, aren't going to international duty this time. They won't be on international duty for Brazil and England, respectively. So we should have them top fit and they can stay in London training. Hopefully they'll be injury free, touch wood. But there can be no excuse for Mikel Arteta about the team not firing on all cylinders. This, that, and the other, making excuses if we don't do the business. We have Palace and Villa at home, and we need to do everything in our power to get the maximum points in those games. We need to do exactly what we did against Spurs. We need to attack them from the very first minute. It's going to be interesting to see Patrick Vieira back at Arsenal, see the reception he gets. The reception, of course, Patrick Vieira is going to get, it will be second to none. He's a fan's favourite, an Arsenal legend, and when he played for the club, he's an Arsenal legend, unlike Mikel Arteta. And when Patrick Vieira played for the club, he put it all on the line. Who will ever forget his last game for the club and his last kick of the ball, the winning penalty against Man United in the 2005 FA Cup final? Is it really that long ago, guys? 2005 was his last game for Arsenal. The winning penalty he scored against Man United in the cup final to win us the cup. Who will ever forget that, guys? So the reception he's going to get when he comes with Crystal Palace to the Emirates is going to be second to none. It's going to be fantastic. He's a real fan favourite and he's an Arsenal legend. A fantastic, fantastic player. Who will ever forget his clashes with Roy Keane. Incredible, incredible player. But like I said, he comes with Palace to the Emirates and it's do or die for us. We need to win this game. There can be no excuse for not winning that match. They're going alright, Palace. They're going alright. But if we can win that, it's like a launch pad for the next game against Villa. We have 2 games at home. We need to take the 6 points from those games. We started off and we lost 3 games in a row. Found ourselves down in the relegation zone. Okay, we won the next 3. But still, mid-table, we need to win those home games to have any chance. We need to get back into Europe. It's as simple as that. We need to get back into Europe this season. We need to qualify in the top 6. If we don't do that, say no more about it, guys. It's going to be tough for us. There's a lot of good teams in there, and they're head and shoulders above us in the striking department, guys. 5 goals in 7 games tells you all you need to know. I mean, let me even bring up the league table now. Let's talk about that for a while. I mean, say no more about it. It's been tough, and it's going to continue to be hard for us continuing on in the season. We need to win those next 2 games at home. Without that, it's going to be really difficult. All right, let me smash it on there. Okay, and thank you to everybody for tuning in now. I see there's a lot of people watching. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for that. The league standings, Chelsea on top, guys. 7 games played, 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Chelsea have 16 points. Hello to the person tuning in now. I hope you're enjoying my live stream. I'm just going through the league standings and Arsenal's position because, of course, we need to get back into Europe this season. We need to get back into the top 5. That's going to be very difficult looking at the quality of the opposition. I'm looking at the league table here now, and it doesn't read. It's not pleasant, guys. It's not pleasant reasoning for Arsenal fans. But thank you to the person tuning in now. Write a little comment in the box for me there. Let me know what you think about Arsenal's chances this season of getting back into Europe, actually getting European football. It's going to be difficult. Just going to talk a little bit about, of course, an Arsenal YouTuber that passed away recently. Chig, yeah, Eagle Eye Gunner. I mean, what can you say about it? Rest in peace, Chig. Sad stuff for everybody involved. All the Arsenal YouTubers, it kind of hits home worse when you think that, 7 hours after he did like a live stream, the poor man had passed away. If you check out Lee Gunner's channel, guys, there's a GoFundMe page. All the information and everything is on there. You can help out his family and his sister. They're raising money for him for the cost of everything. So, yeah, sad news, guys. All right, like I said, Chelsea are top. 7 games, 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. 16 points, 15 goals scored, 3 against. So they have a goal difference of 12. Liverpool are second, 7 played, 4 wins, 3 draws, no losses so far for Jurgen Klopp's team. They have 15 points, 17 goals scored, 6 against, goal difference of 11. All right. Next up, 3rd place, we have Manchester City. They also have 7 played, 4 wins, 2 draws, they have 1 loss. The only unbeaten team at the moment in the whole league is Liverpool. They haven't lost a game so far. Of course, last time out, it was 2-2 against Manchester City in a fantastic game. It's probably going to be the goal of the season by Mohamed Salah. A lot of people saying he's the best player in the world right now. Who's arguing? You know what I mean? Incredible player. Wonderful player. Man City, 7 played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, 14 points. They've scored 4, they've scored 14, and they've conceded 3. They have a goal difference of 11, same as Liverpool. In 4th place are Man United, 7 games played, 4-1, 2 draws, 1 loss, 14 points. They've scored 14 and they've conceded 6. Goal difference of 8. So United are up in the 4th. It's Chelsea, Liverpool, City, United. Then comes Everton, Brighton, Brentford, Tottenham, West Ham, Aston Villa, and Arsenal find themselves in 11th place. So like I said, 2 Premier League games coming up. We play Crystal Palace. They're down in 14th. Yeah, 14th. They've only actually won 1 game out of the 7, believe it or not. And they have 7 points. So they're in 14th. Arsenal are in 11th. We have 7 games played, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 10 points. Villa, our opponents in the 2nd league game, right? We have Crystal Palace at home, then Aston Villa at home. Villa have exactly the same as Arsenal. 7 played, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 10 points. But notably, they've scored double the amount of goals as Arsenal. We've scored 5, they've scored 10. We've conceded 10, they've conceded 9. So they have a much better goal difference than us guys, plus 6 better than us. 6 better than us. But like I said, they've scored double the amount of goals. They've scored 10 goals to Arsenal's 5. So food for thought coming up to that game. Down in the relegation zone, it's Burnley, Newcastle, and Norwich. Norwich are in serious trouble. I mean, say no more about it. They got 1 point from 7 games, and obviously they had 1 draw. Tough times for them guys. But yeah, let me know what do you think about the games coming up for Arsenal, and how do you think we're going to do in those games. It's going to be very tough for the club in my opinion. There's 2 tough games coming up. I want to thank everybody for tuning into my live stream. You know who you are. Thank you all for your continued support, for your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time, guys. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.